How is like your mental health?
My
Like,
mental health.
yeah, be brutally honest, because obviously, once again, it's good to check in with different people, and especially one of the main reasons why I asked as well is we are literally like the season. The season is changing, and everybody knows. A lot of people get more depressed when the weather, when
Okay.
it's winter, when the weather is shit. Like, how is your mental health in general? And obviously, you're a music artist as well, and it's like, there must be so many different things that goes on through your mind. Sometimes you get me.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you at? Be honest.
Me, I'm comfortable with myself. Um, the thing is, it's like I find like when I'm in like society and I'm socializing, I tend to get a bit anxious. I don't. It just happens for me. But if I'm like by myself and I can process my thoughts, I'm fine. Like it doesn't really matter the timing. Like yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Do you think like what kind of things do you do to keep your mental health like in check? What kind of
Yeah,
what do you do like to keep your mind, like in a good place, in a healthy place?
in a good place.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound a bit cliche, but do you know what? Creating makes me happy. Do you know what I mean? As long as I can create, my little one's good, my family's good. Like I ain't really got nothing to worry about. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
Because even I think, obviously mental health is good, like awareness, in it. It's good to speak about
Mm-hmm.
these things now, how we do. But I think sometimes, like when people complicate certain things, like basically going through something, sometimes I feel like people complicate certain situations, and I feel like that's why it ends up like, getting into their heads, the mind
Okay,
playing
yeah,
tricks on them, and then before you know, it's like, I'm depressed, I'm this and that.
yeah.
You got what I'm trying to say?
You can be your own worst enemy. Like
Yeah.
overthinking, yeah, 100%. I am an overthinker by nature, but I do catch myself when I'm doing it. So it's like even if I fall into it for a little while, it's not gonna stay. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
Let's talk about music, man.
Okay, cool.
So, what we right now, like this year, like are you happy with the amount of songs you've dropped, or yeah, with the amount of
Yeah.
songs, like the amount of music that you've dropped so
So
far
I
in
dropped the
2024?
EP at the beginning of the year, which was 5 tracks, and then I dropped 2 singles after that. So I feel like I've done a healthy amount of music. Do you know what I mean? And then I got another 2 coming out just to bring us into the winter time before I drop the next project. So it's like, yeah, I'm happy with what I'm putting out.
Yeah, so pretty much on track.
Yeah, yeah, which is good. It's a nice feeling.
And like with obviously we spoke about your family, like in terms of like music and that, like you see like support wise, yeah, because obviously you guys are always obviously making music and working towards building a fan base, innit? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, support wise, again, from certain people, consumers online and whatnot. If you're gonna be totally honest, like, how do you feel about that, and how is it for you, like, online at the moment? Do you feel like it's cool, or do you feel like definitely like like you should be, not should be, but you feel like there's a long way to go in terms of like you getting more support and building a fan base in general, if you get what I'm trying to say, like.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, like if I went by numbers alone, I'd say I'm definitely an underground artist. Do you know what I mean? I'm fully aware of that. But it's I don't have an issue with it. What I have an issue with is not putting out good music. So it's like I don't mind a small fan base, but what I do mind is if you don't find me and I haven't brought you something of quality. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I started off with maybe like 10 for a long time. Do you know what I mean? But that was something to me like that. Like I was super excited. So even now, I know compared to other people's numbers, it'd probably be like, yeah, well, she's got a long way to go. And it's like, well, listen, like it took me a lot to get those people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I appreciate every single one of them. So long as I'm putting out good music, like I ain't got no problem. I'll get to where I'm going to when I need to.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Streaming. Why are your thoughts on streaming? Because I feel like you guys are getting fucking bumped. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I feel like sometimes let me be a bit more professional. Basically, I'm fucking joking. Fuck. I feel like the streaming thing is basically like it's kind of a joke, innit?
Okay.
I feel like if you're not, because if we're talking about streaming and if we're talking about you music artists actually making money, proper money from streaming, like obviously you know how it works, innit? Like it's like, what are your thoughts on streaming in general, man? Like,
I mean, that is the platform that they made for people, innit?
Yeah.
So if you want to make money off music, then you get your streams up, innit? it's not the easiest thing to do. So I think if you're going to come into the music industry, you really got to brace yourself for the fact like you're in for a fight. Do you know what I mean? If you don't get your streams, if you don't get your views, you're going to keep going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
There's a lot of competition in any type of platform, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you need to have like your hands in many different pots. You know?
Yeah, but it's like you could be doing music a long time, you ain't gonna see no revenue from your streams. It's whether you really love doing what you're doing.
For real, yeah. That's the. Cause again, like I said, yeah, man. I just see obviously a lot of people have these conversations about streaming. Some people can justify it. Yeah. Some people are not happy with it, and for me as a consumer, looking in, yeah, the way, each stream like to make this amount of money, you need to, you got to say it's like it's absolutely crazy, man. Like another thing I want to actually put out there as well, just for even established music artists and even up and coming artists, like I think you see the essence of connecting with like supporters or like in real life or their fans, because I feel like a lot of people have gone a lot of people just because they've got these phones, they feel like they can connect with people and just leave it that way on a regular basis. Meaning, I feel like a lot of music, even established ones, up and coming ones, they're not as creative as they used to be in terms of like connecting with the people and doing certain things, especially when they drop projects. I'll give you an example. So many people like in America, in the UK, if you don't clock, people will just literally drop, and this has been going on for a good probably 2 years. People will drop projects, they will just go sit down with a few people on a few little platforms, they'll do a few little things, and that's it. And they will just leave it to obviously their streaming or whatever to do whatever. But I feel like people need to start doing a bit more again, man. Connecting more with their fans. Basically just getting, I don't have all the answers, Sway, but I'm just saying, just getting a bit more creative again when they're dropping a project. Yeah. You get me?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I used to go all in when it came to a project. Like, I used to treat it like it was like an upcoming film for me. Do you know what I mean?
Come on.
Everything.
Yeah.
And then I remember coming across somebody and it was like, you really do a lot. And I was like, yeah, but is that a bad thing? Do you know what I mean? And it was like, but maybe you're doing too much. And then I thought to myself, well, maybe I am, because people don't tend to do this. Do you know what I mean? But it was like, when it came to this new project, I was like, no, but that's when I had the most fun with it. Making the most content. So it's like, yeah, I think you can do more. And to be honest, the more content you have, the more your song's going to get played anyways. So like the process of it. So yeah, I think like you should.
Because even like, again, like I said, when you experiment, the key word here is experiment. I feel like when you experiment and you have fun, you can actually come up with so many different little ways of, promoting your music, with connecting with the fans, like I said. And I feel like more than ever, I feel like the platform is there for, the flow is there for people to get more experimental about. Like, I just wonder why certain people, they've just got lazy, like I said. People just go on certain podcasts, they have a conversation with certain people with a big follower, and they might even do like a listening party or even like a show, and they just leave it as that. But I feel like, yeah, man.
I don't know. Sometimes it can be down to resources as well. It depends on the person. But personally, it's like, okay, if you go full whack with a project, right? Let's just say you do the pre-trailers and everything. You show the lyrics, the writing process and everything like that. And then that project comes to a close, right? And then the next one that comes up, do you use the exact same layout that you used for the last one? Because if you are, because that's lazy. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you have to upgrade your creativity at the same time, which is very difficult. So it's like, yes, that's a hard thing to do.
I hear you, man. And you said you're a mum as well, yeah? How's motherhood for you going?
Yeah, motherhood's cool.
Look at that smile. As soon as I said motherhood.
It's cool.
Yeah. Like, in future, obviously we spoke about, the families that we from and whatnot. Like, what's the plans in future, man? Would you like to have 15 more kids, 10 more kids? What's going on?
When I was a little bit younger, I was like, I want a football team of kids. I just want loads of kids.
Yeah, man. You only got a good 12 more, 10 more.
Do you know what I mean? But no, I got a girl. She's like preteen now. So I've always wanted a little boy as well. So I always said if I do get the chance to have another one, I'd be quite happy with 2. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love it, man. Obviously, again, real life, innit? Real life with what you're doing. Like I said to a lot of people, with what you're doing, versus obviously, like, you know, like being a mother and doing other things as well and whatnot. Like, would you say like your daughter? This might sound a bit cheesy, innit? But I'm gonna say, would you say like your daughter? She's, you know, your greatest gift that God's ever given you.
100%. She's like my drive. She's just, yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like sometimes when I don't feel like doing something, I'm just like, no way, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't, like, I got my kid. So it's like, and the thing is, it's like, I see her watching me working and I'm like, you know, if you have to do anything in life, if you got a goal or something, you know, you go in, like, do you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't give up in front of her. I don't think I ever would, like, no matter how hard something got, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
That's good, man.
Like even talking about just parenthood, just in general, innit? I always feel like I said to you off camera, like the main thing that makes you know, like being a parent sometimes difficult. Obviously, we've got a lot of single moms or whatever, but I just feel like one of the main aspects that makes being a parent like complicated or even difficult sometimes is the relationship that you might have with the you know, like the dad or the mom. You get what I'm trying to say? So even like you see, like in future moving forward, like you said, like how many more kids would you like to have if
I could?
if
the money was good?
if you had it your way, yeah, man.
5 would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 would be nice.
5 would be nice.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, nah, I hear you, man. And even like you said, with obviously with your child, like, do you involve her, like, you see that when you're making your music, have you ever taken her to studio?
Yeah,
and
she's in
whatnot?
studio with me. A lot of my work is like, I don't go to studio until I like 100% I know the song in and out.
Yeah.
So it's like she'll just see me at home throughout the process. She'll see me throughout the music video and looking at the editing and making the pre-trailers and things like that. So yeah, she sees a lot of it firsthand. She's always with me, pretty much.
Yeah. Like, is it because I'm starting to see more of, because like I said, I've got 3 kids: a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 4-year-old. Yeah, and basically I see, you know, like obviously the older they get, people say you always see yourself in them. You know, like they remind you to do certain things because, like you said, them growing up, they're watching you and whatnot. Do you also see like a lot of yourself in your daughter, like, you know, like in different ways, or she's kind of like, you know, she's got her own unique way?
I see traits.
Yeah.
But my daughter's she's her own person in every way. Like, she always says to me, like, who am I more like, you or dad? And I'm like, you are very much your own person. Do you know what I mean? It's like, me and her dad, we're very creative people. And she's completely gone towards, she likes politics, she likes debating. And it's just like the way her mind works. It's like certain times I'll be watching these politicians and I'll just be thinking they're saying a whole lot of nothing, basically avoiding the question. And then she'll just come out with a completely different perspective, like, well, do you know, Mum, like, they do have a point because you got to have balance. And it's like, okay, you're 11. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, mine's different and it's cool.
And politics ain't an easy one.
Nah.
That's why it's politics, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean?
Very political.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a shock to see her take on that because she's not creative in a sense. She's more logical. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Which is mad cool.
It shows a bit of maturity.
Yeah.
All of that,
Do you ever think about where the world is going? Like, just in general, you know, sometimes certain people say within 5 years or 10 years. Some people like to talk about different things. Obviously, you know, like technology. If when we're gonna be having flying cars, just basically like. Sometimes you got people who just basically live day by day, week by week, month by month, and sometimes you got certain people who like to look forward, who like to look 5 years, 2 years ahead, and whatnot. Yeah, like, are you one of them people? Which one of them people are you? Like
me?
Yeah.
I used to be a day-to-dayer. Like, I just take every day as it comes. I didn't really think about tomorrow. And then I was like, no, like, I need to at least know what I'm trying to get to 5 years down the line. Do you know what I mean? But when it comes to technology and stuff, I don't know why the necessity for AI. Really don't. I think there's so many like human things that need resolving before technology should even be on the table. But the world's a bit,
They're consumed in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like it's hard to keep up.
Oh, there's a lot going on, man.
Every single category you can think of.
But you see, AI, like so many people tried to defend it. Like so many people tried to do this.
Which types?
Like
Which type of people?
you can say that again. Like the last person that I saw championing it was, I don't know if you've seen you know will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas. He went on a Breakfast Club like I think a few weeks ago, and obviously he was even talking to this AI on the phone, just showing them what it could do, whatever. And for me personally, I still find it a bit weird. I'm open-minded, but it's like people a lot of people just basically keep on a lot of people are showing others like the benefits of it, like because now AI can even you can edit, you know, AI can help you to edit, AI can help you produce your music, like big up Just Simone, yeah, like basically we had a music artist here and she was telling us a little bit about how certain things you can put into it. Just sounds obviously it sounds like a completely different world to me, but at the same time it's like they just people are just telling other people like us, like these are the benefits of it. You can do this, you can do that with it, you can do that with it. And again, like have you? What are your thoughts on AI just in general as well, like as a music artist moving forward, like into the future?
See, like my initial thought on AI is it's like I see human beings as like the very first computer. Like you couldn't have a computer without it being programmed by a human being. So it's like, if we're capable of retaining information and creating things without AI, and we've made some pretty astonishing things like around the world, like that, I mean, there's the pyramids, and they still say they can't replicate it, right? I don't think we need to be focusing on AI. I think it's the potential of human beings that need to be focused on. So it's like you're making something that makes a lot of things easy, which is good because making things easy is nice, but it's like it's not advancing people. And I think people need to have the chance to advance and make something new without any computer being involved. Because it's not that we can't do it.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Because I feel like if you go on trains, everyone's looks like they're programmed.
Yeah.
You know, they can't go. Certain like children that can't even talk about being on their phone. You know.
Yeah.
Many years ago, like it wasn't about all of that. Just if you want to go out, just knock on the door, ask, and just play it. Now it's like no one wants to go out anymore, just staying in. Yeah, it's that type of thing.
Exactly. Everything like comes to you, but it's like everything you see a human being made. Do you know what I mean? Like we did it without the computers.
This is it. Yeah. So it's true, man.